Welcome to the weekly review with Sean Serak. I am Sean, the Keenan Tourist Year, and of course, I am joined along with.
And it's your boy Serak and Mike. How we doing this new year? It's a new year.
Man, I haven't really talked to you. We haven't done a show since last year. Can you believe
that? Since last year. Can you believe that? Like, who's running this stuff? who's in charge here? This guy. Oh my goodness. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. It's 7 days in. It's a weekend to the new year. How you feel? Anything, everything going on right? I mean,
hey, it's a new year. We gotta start. It's a new year. We gotta start the year off right. You know how that goes.
That is very true.
You start the year off with a smile, end the year off with a smile.
That's exactly. But unfortunately, and I'm gonna breeze past this real quick because I was kind of traumatized. I ended the year. Well, I didn't end it personally, but a team I support with all my heart and soul ended the year with a spanking, which happens sometimes. A lot of people have died over the past couple months. Betty White,
Sidney Poitier, and then
today my Michigan Wolverines football team. Man, we pretty much died last week. I don't know what happened. I would say this. It was one of those games where I didn't want to watch. It was one of those where I just kind of like, I just checked the score at halftime type of game, And that's what I did. I was laying on the couch and I checked the score and I was like, that can't be right. 27-3. And once I saw that, I started clapping a little bit, like, great season, boys. Great season. Yeah. The game's not over yet. And I'm already congratulating them on their season. So, man, that was definitely a rough one. But
at least they made it to the second biggest stage,
Yes, the second biggest stage.
One, but it was there. It was better than the showing last year. I mean, think about it. Much
so if this was the Olympics, they would have got the bronze medal, right? Because the loser of the national championship technically gets the silver, and you know how that goes. So yeah, I'm okay with a bronze. Third place isn't bad. You can sell that. You can pawn a bronze medal, can't you? You can sell those. I don't know.
Yeah, you can sell them. Like pawn shops, remember Pawn Stars? They'll take anything.
Well, they'll take anything, but he is the best I can do is store credit. Like, yeah, okay. Like I want to buy anything in here. One more shout out before I forget. So this past week, well, yesterday actually. Well, if you've been following along, I've been studying for my real estate exam. Well, I've done it before. Well, I've had the license before. Okay, I didn't really practice. I just happen to have it. Just rub it in people's faces. No, I'm kidding. But took my exam yesterday and I passed. Surprisingly, I passed. And I would say I'm usually one that is very confident in myself and my abilities, and I know what I'm good at. I know what I suck at. I swear to God, Sean, I was like, yo, this is over. I know I failed. And lo and behold, maybe I just answered the right survey questions and I passed. So that being said,
congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out to my teammates that I'm going to be working with, my buddy Kyle Michalowski and Angie Lee, who both work for Compass Realty, which is a nationally known brand, also in Tampa as well. So check them out. You'll be seeing us a lot more working together. And I might even think about doing like a side cast. Like I know this is a podcast, but a side cast to where, we can maybe discuss some of the ins and outs of the business right now. And hopefully we'll be on Selling Tampa Bay season 2.
Hey, that's exactly what I was going to say. That is exactly what I was going to say. Maybe you can be on Selling Tampa,
Did you watch that show? Did you watch it? I've never seen those people in my life.
I've never watched that show, but I have seen some clips and stuff. And the property that they're selling, before we get into what the show is going to be about today, the property that they're working on selling?
What?
It's the property over there off of Gandy. The brand is pretty much brand new. Right there, where I should live at. Near I don't know. That it's that brand new water. What is the name of that stupid place over there? As soon as you come in from St. Pete, you hit and you coming into Tampa.
Gandy, yeah, it's like
on the
right hand,
on that right hand side right there.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. It's south of Gandy, right?
Yeah.
SOG. That's what somebody told me that it's called. It's called SOG, south of Gandy.
I don't know. I used to live over there. I didn't know.
SOG, Florida 33611. No, just kidding.
It was all expensive. So, but let's tell the people what they are in.
Yeah, what we got on for today.
Today we're going to be discussing what's on everyone's lips, and we'll be on everyone's lips for next week because this story just keeps getting wilder and wilder.
Exactly.
Antonio Brown. I mean, this. I don't know. I mean, isn't he? I mean, we don't know if it's his fault, BA's fault. We don't know whose fault it is. But we're gonna get into it. and we're going to discuss it. Next up, we're going to talk about, of course, the Weeknd's new album. It dropped technically yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
I don't know. When do albums drop? Like at midnight Eastern time? I guess it depends.
Jim Carrey is on the album, so that's going to be an interesting hot take on that.
I know he could sing.
And then, of course, we're going to have ready for you What the Florida. I know it's been a minute, but we got a new What the Florida for you for the new year. So with that being said, let's get into it.
All right.
So we all know, we all saw it. I mean, every news station on the planet was playing it. And, you know, the way to quit a job, Antonio Brown's way, is to take your pads off, take your shoulder pads off, take your shirt off, gloves, just toss it,
leave, get the crowd hype. Like he left like a WWE wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he came in. You ever see like when they have like special guests and they like come in, they run up, they're like, oh shit, it's Floyd Mayweather, and they do something stupid, and then they just like leave like halfway through the match. That's pretty much what he did.
That's pretty much what you're absolutely right. That is pretty much what he did. It was wild. It was wild, and the way he did it, everyone, including myself, I'm not gonna take myself out of it, was like, oh boy, AB being AB.
Yeah,
you know, that's what we were thinking.
Yeah.
And then, as the story's gotten a little crazier. Now, not now. Sorry, we're not even to now yet. Let's just start with the next little iteration of it.
Yeah, I'm sure something's already happened in the past 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So next, it comes out that it's reported that Bruce Arians fired Antonio Brown on the sidelines.
Yeah,
so you're done on the sidelines. So you're cut on the sidelines. So that was that part of the story. I'd let you take up the rest of the story here a little bit.
So obviously, well, all right. So this is what is kind of upsetting because I mean, obviously, Antonio Brown, he's a character, and he's not. I don't think he's a terrible person. I don't think it's right to judge any type of professional athlete, especially if you're a non-professional athlete and you've never, obviously you haven't been in their shoes or anything like that. And and once the media kind of finds, kind of judges you on what type of person you are, you're kind of like stuck in that persona. It's kind of like kid actors, right? It's kind of like kid actors that when they grow up, it's just not like Macaulay Culkin is not the same. Even if we look at him, he's like 40 something now, right? You just see the kid.
Yeah, it's not.
But
the Olsen twins. That's the reason why the Olsen twins are doing fashion.
Exactly.
Like, we're adults now. We can't do this.
Yeah, you can't be a kid. Anymore. You be a kid. There's no such thing as a kid actor to adult actor. It's just a kid actor. You're an adult actor. But yeah, so I mean, Antonio Brown is a special case because most of the times when players act out like that, like Terrell Owens had that kind of persona. Chad Ochocinco, same type of deal. So they're kind of like divas, they Odell Beckham, right? But this one with Antonio Brown is
P.O.
He's still
P.O. is the biggest.
Yeah, but Antonio Brown, he still produces on the field. That's why he's always around. That's why he's always going to get picked up. I mean, I don't think anymore, but from going from the Steelers to the Raiders to the Patriots, I mean,
that was the shortest stint ever at the Raiders.
Exactly. But you got to be really, really good at what you do for, you be able to go on 4 different teams in that short amount of time and still have like a starting role and be considered, one of the best receivers on the team. So fast forward to this past weekend.
Wait. But you forgot that one part though. You're leaving out. I'm not saying you forgot.
With the concussion he got a couple years back.
Well, remember he said on the sideline that he told them my ankle's not feeling right.
Right.
I'm not ready. Even though he's played a few series before. He told me.
Now, is this what he said, or is this what?
This is what Antonio Brown said. He said to Bruce Arians,
because Antonio Brown don't got a lot of leeway with he say she say these days. So.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is all typed out. This is what he typed out. So I'm taking that from him. So he said that was his ankle was killing him. That the pain medication that he was shot up with before the game has worn off. He's just
but
done.
Like it's very rare that you would see a player of his stature and his his reputation, his career of being tough, man. I mean, he's taken some brutal hits, and the way he acts, and then all of a sudden like he's complaining, I'm not going next, my ankle hurts, but like I don't know, man. There was rumors about him wanting to get he had to get a few more catches to get his bonus or something like that. At this point, I want to believe Antonio, but like he's already built a reputation.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's true. He has already built a reputation, but no one, even a rich person, isn't gonna just turn down $1 million. So all he had to do was the rumor is he had to get 2 more catches, and that would gave him $1 million bonus. Everyone on the team was aware of it, especially Tom Brady, and they're like, "You're gonna get that $1 million bonus." Now,
throw me the ball. You could just throw him the ball. You don't even gotta just throw the ball and go out of bounds. You know,
if the guy is hurting so much where he can't get his $1 million bonus in that one game, you kind of have to listen to it a little bit. Yeah. You kind of have to listen to it that game. You're like, all right, this is not your game. Got you.
And I also think like he's probably done way worse stuff in like the locker room, and I just think Bruce Arians kind of was just like letting that stuff slide, let it slide. And I think like seeing him like getting cut off the team, you would, from our point of view, it's like, wow, you know, that's messed up that he just cut Antonio Brown like that. But you got to do a lot to be a good player and get kicked off.
I mean, he's already did a lot. I mean, he forged a vaccination card. He pretty much come to practice almost when he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, things like that. But okay, so more to the story. He then sent pictures and text messages, which I'm gonna let you get into, regarding his injury and show that he was getting worked on. So, and the fact that he didn't even go to practice the last 2 or 3 days of practice, that's kind of telling also that maybe something's going on. But then there's more to that story, but I'll let you go ahead with the text message.
So Antonio Brown, man, he needs to get like a burner phone or something, or a flip phone, or he needs to get one of those phones that my grandma has with like the giant numbers with like no screen. You just call like 4 people that you know. Because this dude is just shooting himself in the foot. So there was some some messages that were, I mean, obviously he brought him to light. It's not like somebody stole his phone and exposed him. With him even complaining about Tom Brady's brand, the TB12. Okay, so Tom Brady's trainer, I have his name here, Alex Guerrero. Okay, so apparently Antonio Brown paid him $100K for, you know, maybe their fitness plan or whatever they do to keep Tom Brady looking like Tom Brady, which is probably worth $100K
at 44 years old.
So he posted that drama between them two, and then there was rumors of before the game on Saturday night, that Antonio Brown invited over a YouTuber, I think a YouTuber or TikToker.
Yep.
I'm not gonna give her any.
I think she was an Instagram model.
Yeah, something. I don't know. She was licking toilets, toilet seats. Yeah, I don't talk to people that lick toilet seats, or
I want to know what they do. Name drop. I really don't like name dropping Instagram models or anything like that, but I've got to kind of have to name drop this one because of who she is. This isn't who Antonio Brown was spending the night with. I don't know her. This isn't who Antonio Brown spending the night with. This is another person, but she looks very similar to that Instagram model bundle Brittany. The one who with Colin Kaepernick and all them. She looks very, very, very similar to her. And this is kind of, if you'll walk them through this, I'll go ahead and get the image of her up.
Yeah. So basically, he invited this YouTuber. I'm just gonna go with YouTuber. It's easier to say YouTuber than TikToker, right? He invited this. Excuse me. He invited this TikToker over. Ava Louise, yes, that's her name, and apparently she's licked toilets before on video, which is kind of weird. Yeah, is that how they test toilets now? Like before you go to Home Depot, like the toilet maker, like that's the final test. Like first it goes through inspection, and then before they ship it out, it's like, all right, before it goes anywhere, we gotta do the lick test. And you know, she comes in and she licks the toilet. Oh, okay, it's good to go. Anyway, she came over, and I don't know if they licked toilets together or whatever they did, but let's just say they weren't playing Scrabble. And apparently that Antonio Brown told her that he kind of was planning this whole, you know, showing that he did against the Jets with him leaving the day before, or probably the day before that. Who knows? So it kind of, I mean, this dude is just, you want to be on Antonio Brown's side because you kind of feel bad. Like, man, this dude is literally, we're watching him throw his career away. You know, and it's not all him. It's a lot of other people too that's involved and, you know, throwing dirt on his name. But at the end of the day, Antonio Brown's actions are his actions. It's not like nobody told him to act a fool on live TV midway through the game, in which the Bucs came back and won. Now, how bad you look now?
Here's the model. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm just going to show our audience who the model is.
So this comes out, and it's just like, I don't blame Bruce Arians. Like, it's just you gotta, no matter, there's a certain point where no matter how good you are, like, your actions are just gonna ruin you. And if you can't
but you say you don't blame Bruce Arians, but if Bruce Arians didn't listen to this,
is this the toilet liquor?
That's the toilet liquor.
And look down in the bottom corner. Who's smiling? Looking, he's looking like, somebody say toilets. Wow. I mean, is that a dude? I don't like the draw on eyebrows. It's so weird to me.
Yeah,
I mean, that either. It's not, I mean, I guess if it's a thing, if the girl likes it, do it. But like, I mean, it'd be nice if I could just draw stuff on. If I wanted to just draw on a beard, like, you know what? I need a beard. Let me go draw on a beard real quick.
Okay, so I'm gonna toss this to you. So let's say you're BA. I'm AB. I'm Antonio Brown.
I'm Antonio Brown. You Antonio Brown.
No, I'm Antonio Brown. You're BA. You're trying to make me go into the game. All right, okay. Coach.
I'm Bruce
Arians.
I can't
play no more. I'm hurting. I can't do it anymore. My foot's killing me. My ankle's killing me.
I'm sure he said it just like that.
Well, without all the other words.
I know. All right. I'm Bruce Arians.
I can throw that in there, but I want to make sure our show actually gets shown some places.
Listen. All right, I'll be Bruce Arians. What was that, Antonio? I'm gonna need you to get into the game because the ball's coming to you, so then you can get that bonus you've been complaining about for the past 6 weeks.
Is that 6 weeks? Probably a month, but it probably lasts like since he started. But no, Coach, I can't do it. I can't. I rolled my ankle. That's why I didn't show up Thursday or Friday, because I was seeing the trainer. I was getting some shots done. I can't do it, Coach. That $1 million, I'll get it next week. I don't understand.
You were just playing in the game. Why are you all of a sudden you can't go in now? Do you need a cortisol shot?
Coach, that pain, that medication's wore off. I've been on it for years. I know how it's going to last. I know it's not going to last the rest of the game. I can't do it. I mean, this is $1 million I'm putting on the line. So I'm not just bull crapping.
Okay, Antonio, that's very true. You know what? I can't make this decision myself. Let me go talk to the captain, TB12, real quick. I'll be right back. He goes, I told her, bro, his ankle hurt. Well, get rid of his ass then. Well, we need him. Get rid of his ass. That's right. So, Antonio, yeah. So I talked to Tom, and he said, you got to go.
Yeah. Well, damn. You know what? If I got to go, I'm going out with a bang.
Also, that $100,000 you gave us for the trade, there's no refund on that either. So you're gonna have to catch your old ride back to Tampa or wherever you live. Or also, somebody told me he was licking toilets last night too. That's definitely no go.
That was my date. I told her to watch what happens tomorrow. Watch what I do tomorrow. So she saw what I did.
Now on porta potties for you only.
So all right. So that's how that's just changed. Yeah. Probably. I mean, not as comical or as easy, but that's probably how that exchange went down.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, or it was probably more just like, "Fuck you, coach. I ain't playing. I quit."
Yeah, I mean, it might be. I don't think he said I quit. He's like, "Fuck you, coach. I ain't doing it." That's I see it more like this, more like that.
Yeah,
but the stuff. At first, I was on BA side, and I've liked Bruce Arians as a coach. He when he was at Arizona, he did a great job out there, especially with Larry Fitzgerald, having Larry through his years. Showing his strength, showing Larry Fitzgerald's strength out there, and how good of a wide receiver he was. And when he came to Tampa Bay, I was all for it. He got Tom Brady. I was like, okay, they've got something working, So I had much respect for him. But as a person, and you yourself, as a person, and who was also an athlete at some point in time. And when you're
I'm still an athlete. I'm still an athlete now. Man, I be doing all types of athletic stuff. Man,
I mean, what I mean. I
don't get paid for it, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but you know your body. If you can or can't do something.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's just. I mean, I know if you're hurt, don't play. But I don't think Bruce Arians would just be like, you got to play hurt or you off the team. No, I don't think it went that way. I think Antonio Brown probably said some stuff and Bruce Arians said some stuff. Then they said some stuff. It was back and forth. Yeah. And then he was just like, you know what? We gave you a chance last year to come on this team and be part of something good. Like, I mean, how dumb do you have to be to get kicked off a team that you're a part of the Super Bowl with? like you literally, like, you got the chances of chances. Like, it's rare
He's
to get
one of the
picked
top
up.
3 top 3 wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can put Cooper Kupp up there and a few others. That's because they get, they get the ball thrown to them a lot more. But at this point, you gotta applaud Tomlinson, coach of the Steelers, for dealing with him for however many years.
That's true. He did. I mean, there's one, and I'll pull it up. I'll actually have to pull it up real quick. There's one clip that is just hilariously funny about Antonio Brown. Where is it? I'll pull it up. It basically is when Antonio Brown kicked the player when he was trying to jump over him. Do you remember?
The clip? Kicker. He kicked him. Well, he kind of like Bruce Lee. I don't know what you call it, man. Like a flying Liu Kang kick or something for Mortal Kombat. Yeah. But yeah, man, just stuff like that. Like, who does that?
That's when Tomlin was done with him. I think at that point, Tomlin's like, nah, I'm good.
I think Antonio Brown sometimes is like, what can I do to get kicked out of this league? Like, I keep doing the craziest stuff, and they just keep signing me back for some reason. It's like trying to get fired, but like you're just so good, they just like, that's okay. It's just John being John. It's okay. He can just take the money out of the register. It's fine. No worries. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, are you looking for that clip?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. But okay. I don't know. I would like to say I'm not on the fence, but I really am. Just because throwing away $1 million is still throwing away $1 million.
But his egos is what's holding him back. While you look that up, because I'm watching the clock here.
Yeah.
The Weeknd, man, I wanted to get into that real quick. New album just dropped earlier this morning or today, wherever you live at. I listened to
Dawn
it.
FM.
Dawn FM. Yeah. Kind of has the little bit of like, I think, was it the Drake album from years ago that I heard, where they have like the radio, the midnight hour. You are now listening to,
here's that clip real
after
quick.
hour.
We'll go ahead and move on.
Oh yeah, throw it up. Throw the clip up.
Here we go.
Let's see here.
So this is when everyone kind of realized that Antonio Brown is a wild boy.
Yeah. Look at this.
I mean, he just kicks the guy.
Yeah, bro. Like, if he didn't have a helmet on, he would have like cleats like in his teeth.
Yeah, and he got flagged. I think that's the first offensive flag ever.
Yeah, that's I remember that, man. I mean, that was
not ever, but as far as returning a kick and kicking a player as you're running,
yeah, he could have ended that guy's career. Somebody kicks him in the face. That's the worst. Honestly, that's the most damage you can do to somebody, getting kicked in the face. You can throw all the punches you want. You can haymaker people, but somebody with a big foot and a strong leg kick you right in the face. I mean, it's pretty much over. But what was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, the Weeknd?
Yeah, we're moving on to the Weeknd. We'd love to, in the comments, let us know what you think about Antonio Brown. Let us know, if you think Bruce Arians right, if you think AB's right, or if you think they're both acting stupid and they should just go ahead and play football.
You think the coach is right or the controversial player is right?
Yeah. But I will say this one last thing before moving on. It was kind of funny that even though Bruce Arians cut or allegedly fired Antonio Brown on the sidelines, that the Bucs didn't cut him literally until yesterday.
Yeah, I think you probably got to wait a certain period of time.
Yeah, I don't think waivers. So
I don't think does Bruce Arians have the authority to cut people from the team. I feel like that's like a GM management type of decision.
Yeah, but for it to take,
I mean, I'm sure he has a lot to say though. Yeah,
for take 4 days. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Like I said, leave us in the comments if you have a question. We'll read the question here live on air, and we'll discuss it. But that being said, as we're talking about Dawn FM, the Weeknd's new album. And as we all know, it's the Weeknd. It's going to be hot.
Yes.
It's going to be, what it is.
Who doesn't
I already have it added to my
either
library.
Weeknd?
I mean, I've only listened to part of one song, but I already have it added to my library. I have his entire albums because it's like Kendrick Lamar. I mean, those are two that are just out of this park when it comes to their musical talent.
It's one you have to. I've actually already listened to the whole thing, surprisingly, because I just had it playing in the background on YouTube. It's one of those I would say that you should listen like straight through, just because the end of song transitions to the next song. I think when artists do that, that's pretty cool to me. I mean, at least in my opinion, I feel like that's like amazing because it's like they know that whatever song they playing is so good, like it just flows right into the next song, right? It's like you listening to a movie almost. But I thought it was.
There's very few albums that you listen from
start to finish.
Very few albums.
Exactly.
I mean, I can only name. Let's see. There's a Kendrick Lamar album I can listen to start to finish. I think there's a Weeknd album, and I can't remember. I know there's some more, but it's very, very few. Very few.
Right. And I'm a Weeknd fan, so I might sound a little biased, but I do applaud him for the the little short films that he puts together for his albums. It's like a story. Yeah. Like it literally is like a story. And I'm saying that nobody else does that because I know Taylor Swift does stuff like that, and there's plenty of artists who I don't listen to.
But they don't really do it like they used to. I mean, you remember the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. They spent millions on producing these music videos.
Music videos was everything.
Like movies. Remember Biggie and Puffy's video with
it would be like it'd be like a movie. It's like a little movie.
Almost $2 million for that thing. Yeah, that is insane.
But that's when MTV, like MTV Jams. You had all the music videos.
One actually played music.
Yeah,
he actually played music. None of them play music anymore. It seems like.
Like music videos was like you would look forward to music videos like how kids today look forward to watching like TikTok videos or YouTube videos. It's like shit. It's something cool to watch that takes time and effort to put together. And I feel like that kind of got lost a little bit with the streaming because when you can just stream an album, it's just like I'm just gonna listen to this real quick and then I'm gonna go to the next album. But you got to give credit to the artists that put in like who actually, like I said, have a story behind it or a short film behind it.
And the directors, because a lot of it comes from the directors and the artists' ideas coming together.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you're right. And the Weeknd's last album, when he did the production, like the productions for that, especially that one where he crashes the car and the car blows up behind him, that was insane.
I think what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
Was that After Hours?
Yeah, I think it was After Hours.
I don't know, but like I know always like past like 3 albums have been like it's weird, man. It's like a progression of I don't know. It's like you watching like a trilogy or something like that. You like the Lord of the Rings. Better. Yeah, and then like I try to compare it to like I'm a big Drake fan, obviously, but Drake albums are just albums. They're just songs or hits at the time. Boom, 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 boom. But they don't really. I mean, I guess they mean something to him, obviously, in a way, but they don't really like. You're not watching it like happen. Watching it happen. So yeah, man, it's a good album. I don't think it's one of his best ones, but it's definitely something I probably listened to a few times. Easily.
With that being said, I think you should go out, listen to the Dawn FM album by The Weeknd. Let us know what you think of the album. It's a great album. And even though I haven't listened to it all the way through yet, I already know it's a great album because it's The Weeknd. He's doing nothing but getting better.
Exactly.
With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into What the Florida.
Oh yeah, I know. Let me put my shoe. I guess probably put my shoes on, right? I guess I'm doing this before work. I'll be like, I'm on my way.
It wasn't all your fault today.
I'll be a little bit late. You're good.
I had a little hand in that one.
I can't say I'm late and then like do a live show at the same time, right? Like, I already know he's watching right now. He's probably like, listen, this is not an excuse late, to be late.
I know where you were.
Right. Traffic was ridiculous again.
Before we jump into What Florida, though, we're going to take a solemn moment without laughing, and it's really just because these are two people who really blazed the trail in Hollywood. Sidney Poitier and Betty White, both were very well liked people in Hollywood. Very uncontroversial. And of course, Sidney Poitier, he was a trailblazer in his own right. He first African American actor to do a lot of things, including being a star, a leading star in Hollywood. So our prayers go to their families. You are part of a legendary family. You're relatively
great. They was late 90s, but Sidney Poitier I think was 95.
He was 94, and Betty 94. White was 90.
Oh, that sucks. That would suck to die at 99. Like I'd probably be upset. Like if there's like a heaven or wherever people go, I'd be looking back like, yo, I can last 3 weeks. I mean, come on. I can hit the triple zeros. Like, come on. Come on.
Her birthday is in she has a birthday in like either 2 weeks or a week. I think
It's funny. They did an interview, like a magazine interview with her like a couple of weeks before her birthday. And, just talking about like, you're about to be 100. How'd you make this far? And she was just joking around, but she was like, "Oh, I just stayed away from eating, anything green or plants or vegetables." Yeah. And then a week later, she died. A week later, she died. It's like, yo, you gotta be careful what you put out there in the universe.
Nah, she has that Betty White lived a very full and.
Listen, the universe looked down and saw that joke. Was like, "Oh, you think that's funny, huh? Okay, all right. You know what? You better hang out with your friends now. Hang out with your friends today."
They needed someone like Betty White up in heaven. That's what I'm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But anyway, moving on. Let's get into what to Florida. So, are you ready?
I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
All right. Do a quick rundown, real quick. I'm going to read 3 different Florida stories. He's going to tell me if it happened in North Florida, Middle Florida, South Florida. And I'm going to tell him that he's wrong, and then I'm going to tell you where it really happened at.
It's a new year to clock. It's a new year to clock the scoreboard resets.
Yeah. So first story, and this is a kicker. This Florida woman who worked in a school met a student at 1 a.m., but this time it wasn't for sex. It was to smoke weed.
Hey, John, you still selling that marijuana? You think you can meet Professor Johnson?
Here's the story. A staff member at this middle school was arrested after she met with a 14-year-old student around 1:30 a.m. and smoked some marijuana with him before his parents discovered he was missing. By the way, before I get on further story, why this story is so comical, here in Florida, you can get a medical marijuana card and buy weed legally and marijuana legally and not have to worry about any of this stuff. So this is stupid. Kristen Williams, 41, an office assistant who works with 6th graders at Heritage Middle, was charged with child abuse without great harm and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Deputies responded to the incident around 2:30 a.m. Wednesday after the parents of the 14-year-old called to report what happened. After noticing the boy was gone around 1:30 a.m., his stepfather started driving around the neighborhood looking for him, while the mother discovered several incoming calls from a certain number on the home's phone.
You got some drugs or what? You got some drugs or what?
Shortly after she called the number, her son arrived back home, apparently under the influence of marijuana. The boy told his parents and deputies that he met with Williams near his neighborhood around 1:30 and smoked with her in her van. When he saw his mother calling Williams' cell phone, he had Williams drop him back off near his house. There were no allegations of any sexual abuse during the incident or any prior encounters. That's right. This is all about smoking the good stuff.
The reefer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They say he came in at 1 o'clock under the influence of marijuana. Like, I would just say I was tired. You come in at 1 o'clock. I'm like, I'm just sleepy. Like, why isn't sleeping not an excuse anymore? You always gotta be high. Why can't you be sleepy? It's 1 a.m. in the morning. I can't be sleepy right now. Why are your eyes closed? Because I'm sleepy. I was doing homework. I was tutoring with Professor Johnson all night.
Williams told detectives that she acts as a mentor to multiple 6th graders at Heritage, communicates regularly with them via group chat, and that the 14-year-old had been in her vehicle and to her residence in the past to spend time with her son. Williams was transported to the jail where she posted a $3,000 bond and was released.
Nice.
Yeah. Next story. Next story. This 74-year-old man decided to use an electric scooter to chase 2 people with a knife. That's right. He used an electric scooter to chase 2 people with a knife. Here's the story.
Is he on the scooter? Oh, well, here, let me listen to the story.
A 74-year-old man is accused of chasing 2 people with a knife while riding an electric scooter, according to the... Well, you don't know where this is at anyway. So, according to the police department, during a verbal disagreement, Daniel Zarelli retrieved an 8-inch blade from a drawer in his home and actively followed a woman throughout the residence in his scooter Monday evening, according to an arrest affidavit. Zarelli's alleged statements of wanting to kill the woman prompted her to run from the residence. Police said Zarelli then targeted a man outside of the home, chasing him around a car, which was a rental signed in the man's name, and down the street while still holding the knife. Zarelli slashed the car's left tire with willful and malicious intent, causing approximately $500 in damages. That's an expensive tire.
That's kind of you gotta be pretty strong to slash a tire. I feel like, I mean, tires are kind of thick. Man. You gotta be.
They got
Jason
a steel
strong
wall on them.
Yeah. You got.
When officers arrived, they said Zarelli was seen still holding the knife and actively following the woman up the driveway of the residence. Upon speaking with him, officers reported smelling alcohol on Zarelli's breath, as well as hearing Zarelli spontaneously utter that he wanted to stab the man he was chasing while he had the chance. According to the affidavit, Zarelli was booked on multiple charges, including 2 instances of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Wow. That's insane.
Oh, and also, last caveat, Zarelli was on felony probation during the incident. He is being held on a $26,000 bond and is expected to make his first court appearance February 1st. Last story.
All right. Last story.
Now, I'm not picking on this man, so please don't hit us up and don't kill us in the comments on this. I'm not picking on the man. It's the story. It's the story. All right. It's the story. Florida man was arrested for stealing his own car. Here's the story.
Steal my own car all the time. I always like to make it seem like I'm stealing my car just for attention. Like I'll go to my car and I'll like look around suspiciously, like, is anybody watching? I'll stick the key in. I'll make sure the alarm goes off. Easy shit.
Oh, wow. Here's the story. The story can be found on the Black Information Network. It's BINnews.com. Samuel Scott Jr. called the authorities on June 1st, 2018. Yeah, it's kind of an old story, but you'll see why. The report that someone took his 2006 black Jeep. Reporters say Scott, 44, says he was stopping by a family member's home, and when he noticed someone took his vehicle, he called 911. But when police arrived, they allegedly handcuffed Scott instead of taking his statement about his stolen Jeep. Yeah,
did you steal your own vehicle and hang up pictures of your family all over this place? They should.
It gets even water than that. Officers claim Scott fit the description of the person believed to have taken his vehicle: a bald, heavyset black male wearing a white tank top. Yes, I said that.
Yes.
That's what's the description.
Devo stole his car? That's what it sounds like. Bald, heavyset dude and white, black dude and white beater. Big dude. That's Devo.
Yeah, body cam footage caught the entire encounter, which shows a confused Scott trying to tell the cops that he wasn't the suspect. I'm telling you guys, you got the wrong guy, Scott begins. I can confirm where I was, and I can even confirm my activities. He even says he's never been arrested. Even when Scott told them that he was the one who dialed 911, they didn't believe him. One officer even says the description of the guy who took off in your car is just like yours.
Yep. And if you find my car, I'm guaranteed you're gonna find the registration that's gonna match a name that looks extremely similar to mine.
Yeah. His pleas seemingly fell on deaf ears as he was jailed on charges of leaving the scene of an accident, false reporting of a crime, failure to carry a concealed weapon license, and possession of marijuana, according to the report. According to the reporters, the charges were eventually dropped, but Scott is now seeking $500,000 in damages from the police department.
Okay.
Reported to the cops because he believed, this is from his attorney. This is his attorney's statement. Reported it to the cops because he believed that the cops were actually going to assist him. And then it turns out that they racially profiled him. Falden Pierre Scott Sawyer told the New Times.
That's crazy. I hope that happens to
me.
That
is crazy.
All right. Let's see.
And his vehicle, an arrest still has not been made on the stolen Jeep. Jeep.
We still haven't found you. Probably because they're looking for him. Looking for the owner. All right, first story. Selling smoking with the teachers. I'm gonna say that's in North Florida. Final answer.
Yeah. Final answer, North Florida. Nope, It happened in Deltona, which is in Central Florida. So,
okay,
you are incorrect. That story can be found on breaking911.com. Moving on. Story number 2.
Second story.
73-year-old man.
Okay, with the electric scooter. Old people, South Florida, 100%. I already know it. Go ahead, confirm
Brevard
it.
County, you are correct. It happened in South Florida.
That's the scooter capital of the world. People don't know that. That's the scooter capital of the world. Listen, you want a scooter and, that can last a whole night at the casino, go to Brevard County. They pretty much give them out for free. Last story. Profiling of the Jeep. The dude arrested the Jeep. Arrested the guy.
That past story, the 7-year-old guy, that story can be found on clickorlando.com. All right.
Yep.
My bad.
See? Some Disneyland shit. Last story. The guy that calls the cops and gets arrested by the cops for selling a Jeep of the description that looks. Anyway, last story. I'm gonna say that's here, man. I'm gonna say that's somewhere in like Pinellas or like Hillsborough. I'm gonna say Central Florida. Final answer.
It is not here. It happened in Miami.
That was close. Oh man, I'm running late. I already know.
All right.
Like I'm not even rushing anymore. Yeah. Boss, if you listen, boss, I'm there's no point in rushing. I mean, I'm already late. I can't get there any quicker. I was watching Watchmen last night, and the Dr. Manhattan dude, he could just teleport to anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not him, because you can never have an excuse to be late. You could teleport anywhere. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, you can. Like, hey, nature call, boss. Nature call.
Yeah. Yep. Teleport straight from the toilet.
I could have flashed myself here while I was still going, but you would have liked the results.
Exactly. And I'm on the lookout for Antonio Brown, because he be looking toilets, or I got to make sure he not hiding in the closet waiting for you to finish.
Could you imagine being the guy that's known to have kissed the girl who licked toilets? That's what you're known for. You're the guy who kissed the girl who licks toilets, public toilets. Yeah, man. Remember, not just a toilet seat at your house. This was a public toilet seat.
Remember, it's that dude in Ybor? He kind of like obviously has something wrong with him, but the bootlicker, like he would like lick the bottom of people's boots.
Yeah, I don't heard that story.
But then again, like you be like, man, that's disgusting. But then like dogs be like licking each other's butts, like like man, it's some weird animals out there.
Last I checked, I'm not a dog. I'm just saying. Last I checked.
Nope. Oh man.
But with that being said, do you have anything else for our audience?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Just Happy New Year's, everybody. Make sure you go hard on those goals that you wrote. And if you didn't write goals, you still got time. You still got 3 weeks in the month. Stay out of the gym though, because you're making it really crowded. I can't get a good workout in with 10,000 people in there. And
don't listen to them. Get your butts in the gym.
Get your butts in the gym. On a Peloton. They're pretty cool too. You can do that from home. So yeah, man. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's make 2022. Actually, I'm not even gonna say anything about 2022. I'm just gonna be like, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
I think that's everyone's thing now.
It's like when you ask your parents for something, like, we'll see what happens. I'm not making any promises. That's 2022 should just be called, I'm not making any promises. We'll see what happens.
Something about those 20s, the 1920s, the 2020s, something about those 20s.
Shit, we need to jump to 2030 or 3020.
Something about it. Nope, no, we don't, because I'll be too old then. But on that bombshell of me being too old, this has been the weekly review with Sean and Serak. I am Sean the Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike. Peace.
Thanks for listening. Hey everyone, this is Sean the Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike.
We just want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us.
Please subscribe, like, share. But if you don't like, obviously don't do any of that stuff, because we don't want no fakes out there. Just kidding.
Let us know why you don't.